What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today we're discussing the new Update 1.5 patch for Fallout 4 that just went live on PC today. The update has been in beta for several weeks now for survival mode testing, and that's something I've been covering every few days here on the channel, but now it's officially live and available on PC. Bethesda does share that the Update 1.5, which as we know comes with the new survival mode, will also be releasing on consoles in the coming weeks. So if you're looking for a timetable, I would say it's probably 2 to 4 weeks out. And if you're watching this video in the future, I'll make sure and update you console players in the comments below when this update is officially live for Xbox One and PS4. So in this video, I'll share a general overview of what is introduced in this patch, which includes new features like survival mode, as well as plenty of fixes for the game. And I've left a link to the official patch notes in the description below if you'd rather read them for yourself. Starting off with some general info, this is before they start actually listing new features on the patch notes. And this update adds support for Far Harbor, and kind of in the background you don't really see that, but some files have been added in order to support this new DLC, and implements a lot of changes to the new survival mode that Bethesda made based on feedback from the beta, and those are not listed. Unfortunately, they don't actually tell us what those changes are and how they were made, so I may need to dig around and find those changes and share them with you all in a separate video coming soon. They also touched on the Creation Kit and Bethesda.net mods, which I think is their terminology for officially supported mods from Bethesda. And a lot of people are dying to know more about all that, but all they have to share for now is that they're both still in closed beta, no more information. Also, they hope to add mod support to the Update 1.5 Steam beta. That's actually what that says on there, and that's really weird because if you're looking right now on the screen, they've already added a mods tab to the title screen with this 1.5 update. So if you click on mods, this is what you see. The top little section just says the feature's in closed beta, but if you haven't redeemed your invitation, you won't be able to access. So this is obviously your Bethesda.net account, which is what a lot of us were thinking, hey, this is how officially supported Bethesda mods will work. And so the main takeaway here is this is the interface we're going to be using to log into our Bethesda.net accounts and use officially supported mods from Bethesda created using the Creation Kit. So it's really exciting stuff, and I bet we'll be seeing a similar kind of interface on the console versions as well. The last bit of general info that they give us is that they hope to add console support for mods coming in, quote, updates that follow, which is very vague and basically just means at a later time. And I've already kind of shared my ideas on the updated timeline and when all this stuff is coming out. Just to give you guys a refresher, on Xbox One, I expect console mods to be out late May to June, somewhere in that time frame, and also for PS4, probably June to July, because that's going to have another month delay according to what they've said. So this is just speculation, but this gives us, kind of another official word by Bethesda. Moving on, now we're looking at the bulleted list of new features introduced in Update 1.5, and first and foremost is new survival mode difficulty. This is officially here, and it adds additional challenges, including no fast traveling. You can't fast travel through your Pip-Boy, no saving unless you sleep, so you have to find some kind of bed in order to save your game. There's increased lethality, and they've kind of tweaked it to where your bullets cause more damage, but also you take more damage from enemies, so enemies aren't really bullet spongy. You've got a whole list of diseases and illnesses that you can catch doing certain things. You've got fatigue, which affects your AP bar. You've got other sorts of dangers, and I'm going to reference you guys to my video that goes over pretty much everything in the survival mode, since it hasn't changed a lot for the most part as far as I can tell with this new update. So I've left a link below to a video where I already went in depth on each individual new feature within this new survival mode if you want to check that out. The only other new feature listed is an improved third-person camera. So when you're bumping into objects and walls, it's not going to flip out. So if you like playing in third person, this is definitely a good thing for you. Now we're moving into fixes, and I've kind of divided these fixes into several different categories, but again, the full list in its original form is going to be in the link in the description to the official post. So first off, we've got general fixes, and as always, we've got stability and performance improvements, so you should see those in certain areas where you didn't see them before. Also, we have the ability to delete DLC in the game through the add-ons menu on PS4. So before that was a problem, now it has been fixed. Also, if you decide to remap your button layout, you can jump in workshop mode now using Y on Xbox or triangle on PlayStation 4. At first I was thinking that seems pretty useless. Why is that in here? But hey, it's probably useful to jump around in workshop mode when you're trying to build certain structures, and so that has been fixed on those consoles and probably gamepad on PC. Now we're looking at quest fixes, of which there are several. So first off, we have appropriation. For that quest, you have to collect some blueprints, and there was a problem with looting a specific container and they weren't going to appear. Now those appear properly. You don't have to worry about that. The next two fixes are for the nuclear option, of course, a really important story mission. The first one is that if you enter the Institute with power armor helmet, the targeting helmet, it would cause people to attack you and you would get stuck. That no longer happens, so they don't have that problem anymore. Also, there was a problem where if you used a certain holotape after teleporting to the Institute, then it would, have something to do with blocking your progression, which is really annoying. So they removed that as well. Finally, the Defend the Castle mission will now complete properly when you talk to Ronnie Shaw. That was something that did affect me early in the game. It didn't affect me much more because I think I'd only done that mission like 1 or 2 more times on different characters after that, but you won't have any problems trying to complete Defend the Castle for the Minutemen anymore. We only have one perk-related fix in this update, and that's with Robotics Expert. So it has to do with the distance of this perk. Of course, as you level this up, you'll get different options to manipulate robots, cause them to self-destruct, command them, and on and on. Now they have fixed the distance with that. Our last group of fixes is with DLC, and it has to do with both Automatron and Wasteland Workshop. So first off, with Automatron, there was a rare crash involving Automatron saves. They have now fixed that, so you're not going to have to worry about that. Also, there were 2 problems with the robot workbench. First was the camera. They've resolved that issue. And then second was with your perks not loading properly in the robot workbench if you were saving and reloading in the workbench. So these are very specific, kind of problems, but they were happening to people, so they are being fixed. Next is Ada traveling properly. So if you were to go and get dog meat, for example, and tell Ada to travel to another settlement, she wasn't doing it properly. People, lost her, and now she will do that properly. And now for the most exciting fix of all, robots can now be settlement vendors. Awesome. So now if you've got Automatron and you make a bunch of robots, you can theme them in a certain way and then set them to certain vending stations, for the trading posts. So that's going to be really cool. I'm definitely going to outfit all of my settlements with robot vendors. Last but not least, we've got the one Wasteland Workshop fix, and that's with light bulbs. Some of the new light bulbs introduced in the DLC were not lighting properly, and now if you have them connected properly, they will light up. So that was all that was introduced in this new update patch, and the big takeaway once again is survival mode, survival mode, survival mode. That is the new thing, and it will be coming to consoles very soon. That's an exciting thing for a lot of you, I'm sure. And once again, I did go into more depth on that over my channel over the past few weeks, so I think there's plenty of content to kind of go more in depth if that's what you're looking for. Once again, check the description for links to that. I'd like to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts after watching this video on this update patch? Did this fix an issue that you really needed for your game? And what is something that you'd like to see in a future patch, that they really need to add? Is there some really burning issue that you're having with your game that you think needs to be fixed? Anything urgent? Share all of that in the comment section below. Alright guys, today I shared my thoughts on the update 1.5 patch for Fallout 4. And next time we will cover more Fallout on my channel, so stay tuned for Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. If you learned something new, remember to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe for more survival mode coverage, Wasteland Workshop, and Far Harbor DLC, and plenty of general tips and tricks videos. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.